We're back. We're joined right now by Bob Woodward of the Washington Post. He's written this big book, Obama's Wars. Bob, thanks for joining us. I'm over here in Dublin. I wanted to know, before we get any further into this, your sense, I guess it's something you could conclude as a straight reporter, is Barack Obama got control of the military right now?
Well, he's the commander-in-chief, and as General Petraeus says in these meetings, he actually told President Obama, we in the military will support you. We're not self-employed. At the same time, in the strategy review last year, they really erected these blocks of granite that included Hillary Clinton, Secretary of Defense Gates, and said 40,000 troops as McChrystal wants, and that's it. It's quite baffling and astonishing to see at these meetings where I have the notes and the whole scene is in the book. The president said, well, you promised 3 options today and you're essentially giving me 1. And the military said, well, yes, sir. Obama went at Gates and said, look, where's the option? This is unacceptable. An electric moment in the Situation Room of the White House, and Secretary Gates said, yes, we owe you that option, and it never came, and the president had to devise his own.
You know, Bob, and you're familiar with the military. You served in the military, and you've covered all these years through all your books about presidents and the military. Is this one of the cases where the military is putting the president in a position where eventually they'll get him to do what they want by the way they sort of euchre him into a strategy plan?
No, it's not that, but look, this is done out of conviction on the part of the generals. They believe they need these troops. They believe they need this time. The problem, and this is the problem Obama has, he's very cerebral and analytical, and he gets all these intelligence reports. They have a secret monthly update about how the war is going, and the news is not good. Out of one of these meetings, he literally comes out and says, given this definition of the problem, I don't see how we are going to design a solution. It is a war that I think even has General Petraeus's head spinning. He said there's been some signs of progress, but when you really dig into this, you find that there are more signs of trouble and an insurgency, Taliban insurgency there, that literally still has the upper hand.
Do you have a concluding thought about the president's own clarity of thought? It seems in all that I've read from the book, he wanted to get out on a timetable. He didn't want to be stuck in a long-term war or find himself at the end of 1 or 2 terms with a bigger war than he started with. But did he honestly accept the fact that there would be constraints to that kind of policy? There were certain dangers to that, things we couldn't control if we were going to leave on a relatively rapid timetable.
Well, he wants out, and the theme music in the background here is Vietnam. Even though he told me and reminded me that he was so young, Vietnam didn't have an impact on him as a young boy. Vietnam is there, and the Joe Biden, the vice president, is all over the president, just pushing and pounding and hammering in a wonderful Biden-esque way, saying we're locked into Vietnam unless we draw up this term sheet and tell the military you don't have unlimited time. We have to tell the military what they can't do, not just what they can do. So the condition, bottom line of this is right now, you go through and read all of this, and it sets the table for the world we're in at this moment, which is very unsettled, not just in the politics of the country and where the economy is going, but very much the war in Afghanistan. The president's going to have to make some tough decisions in the next 6 to 9 months.